Hello students, we are studying basic principles of organic chemistry. In the previous video, I discussed a little about functional groups. In this video, we will be seeing different types of functional groups which are there. So students, you all can construct a table which includes name, structure, prefix and suffix, the name of the functional group, the structure of the functional group, the prefix suffix column. Now these columns you all will understand once I explain the rules of nomenclature, the IUPAC rules of nomenclature, and there is one more type of naming system called the common naming system. So these two columns we will be seeing a little later. Okay, right now we will concentrate on the different types of functional groups which are there and their structure. So the very first functional group which we have is a halide. The structure is Rx, where R is nothing but the alkyl group. So from an alkane, when you remove one hydrogen atom and add X into it, it becomes a halide compound. Okay, now what is this X? As the name suggests, halide are nothing. This X is nothing but indicating halogens. Okay, your chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine, all the halogens which are there. So this X represents those halogens. Alright. So we can have any halogen over here and any alkyl group, so that will form a compound. Okay. Next we have nitro group. Okay. Whenever in your alkyl group NO2 is attached, this NO2 is nothing but nitro group. Okay, fine. So this is one more type of functional group. So students, for this you all can make a note of one thing. I don't have much space over here, so I have written it on a separate page. This is how actually a nitro group looks. Okay, this is the internal structure of this nitro group. This NO2 is the condensed form. Okay, so this is actually like this. N, double bond with one oxygen, single bond with one oxygen. Okay, fine. And this much part is the nitro part, and over here obviously there will be an alkyl group. Okay, fine. So if it is like written only this much, that also indicates that it is a nitro functional group. What are these positive and negative charges? There's a positive charge on nitrogen, there's a negative charge on oxygen. So you will be understanding about this a bit more after you all learn about organic chemistry and okay. So don't worry about that, just remember what is the open structure. Alright. The next functional group which we have is ether. Okay. This is the compound ether, ROR. Okay. Two alkyl groups, they are bonded together by an oxygen. So basically this is like there are two carbon atoms which are bonded by an oxygen. Okay, for example, now alkyl groups can be anything, right? If I put methyl groups on both the sides, so okay, see, if I put methyl groups on both the sides, this is how the compound is going to look. CH3O, CH3. So this O is actually between two carbon atoms, and later we balance hydrogen. So this compound is nothing but ether. Next compound which we have, it is carboxylic acid. This is the representation R, C double bond O and OH. This C double bond O, OH, this is the carboxyl group. Okay, the acid group. Okay, it is attached on an alkyl group. So this entire compound is carboxylic acid. I guess you all have seen this before as well. Mostly, you know, it is written in such condensed format. Okay. C double bond COOH. Okay, so that COOH, this is the open structure for it. C double bond OH. So I prefer if you all remember and write it in this manner only. Okay. The next functional group which we have is sulfonic acid. This is the open structure for it, R, and there is obviously by the name you all come to know that there might be sulfur in the compound. So S double bond O, H double bond O and OH. Okay, so this is sulfonic acid. This much part is the functional group of sulfonic acid, H double bond O, OH. Okay, now students, I don't have much space over here, but you all can just write it since you all are noting it down in your notebook. So you all can just note one more thing over here. This is the condensed formula for sulfonic acid. This, you can see there is sulfur, 3 oxygen atoms and hydrogen. So SO3H. So SO3H is the sulfonic group, sulfonic acid group. Okay. The next functional group which we have is acid anhydride. Okay, acid anhydride. See, this is the structure R, C double bond O, oxygen, C double bond O, R. Okay, please don't get confused. Okay, I have written it on a separate paper for you all. Alright, so this acid anhydride, this is the functional group of acid anhydride, R, C double bond O, and there is an oxygen atom in between, and then again you have C double bond O and R. Okay, fine. The next functional group which we have is ester. Okay, the formula for ester is R C double bond O and OR. Okay, if you all observe the formula for carboxylic acid, RC double bond O OH. So instead of this H, if you put R, that becomes ester. RC double bond O OR. Okay. The next functional group which we have is acyl chloride. The formula for it is R C double bond O and Cl, chlorine atom. Okay, acyl chloride. This is also known as acid chloride. Okay, you can also call it acid chloride. All right. Students, the next functional group after acyl chloride, it is amide. Okay, formula for amide is RC double bond O NH2. Okay, RC double bond O NH2. Students, followed by amide, the next two compounds which we have is secondary amide and tertiary amide. So it is obvious the amide that I have discussed right now, it is a primary amide. Okay, so primary amide, secondary and tertiary. You all will understand the difference once I draw the structures for secondary and tertiary. Okay, so these are the structures for secondary and tertiary amide. You all can see in primary amide it is RC double bond O NH2. If you all will replace one hydrogen from this NH2 and if you all will replace it with R, it becomes secondary amide. And if you replace the another hydrogen with R, that is alkyl group, it becomes tertiary amide. Okay, fine. So these are like primary, secondary and tertiary amide. So understand the difference. In primary, RC double bond O NH2. So when you replace one hydrogen from this NH2 with R, it becomes secondary. When you replace another hydrogen, then it becomes tertiary. Okay. The next two functional groups, the next one is cyanide, or it is also known as nitrile. Okay, cyanide or nitrile. This is the formula R C triple bond N. This C triple bond N is the cyanide group. Okay, or the nitrile group. Alright, and similarly like cyanide, we have another compound known as isocyanide, but there is a difference. You all can see in cyanide, the CN part, the alkyl group is attached on the carbon atom, or this group is attached on the alkyl part with the help of carbon atom. Okay, whereas in isocyanide, if you observe, this functional group is attached to the alkyl group with the help of nitrogen atom. Okay, fine. Now here there are plus minus charges. Again, I'll be explaining it to you all later why these charges have been developed, but these charges won't be here. Okay, in the cyanide part. Alright, fine. So this is cyanide and this is isocyanide. So as if for now you all have to remember, in cyanide the alkyl group is attached on carbon atom, whereas in isocyanide the alkyl group is attached with the help of on nitrogen atom. Okay. Students, the next two functional groups are aldehydes and ketones. Okay, aldehyde, the general formula for aldehyde is RC double bond OH, and the general formula for ketone is RC double bond OR. Okay, they are kind of similar, but if you carefully observe, in aldehyde there is only one alkyl group. So you know this C double bond OH, this much part is the aldehydic functional group, whereas in ketone there are both the sides there are alkyl groups. So this C double bond O part is the functional group for ketone. Okay. So students, the next functional group which we have is alcohol, the one we have been discussing in the past few videos. Okay, the general formula for it is, the structure of it is ROH. OH is the functional group. Okay. The next compound which we have is phenol, and its representation is AROH. Now you all must be wondering what this AR is, so I'll explain it, don't worry. Students, if you all remember your benzene ring, okay, this is the structure of benzene ring, this is the formula C6H6, okay, fine. Now phenol is a compound which has benzene ring in it, okay, fine. This is how a phenol looks, this is the structure of phenol, okay, fine. Now how is this phenol formed? Alright, now in this benzene ring C6H6, okay, we will remove one hydrogen. So we'll be left with C6H5 and then we'll add OH group. Okay, so in the benzene ring, for this OH to be attached, if you have to attach this OH, it is obvious that there should be one valency vacant because this benzene is balanced. Alright, so only if I remove one hydrogen, there will be one vacant valency over here on this particular carbon atom, and then OH will be attached on it. Okay, fine. So now in this C6H5 part, okay, you know your benzene ring, it is also known as arene. Okay, fine, it is known as an arene. Alright, so this is the C6H5 is arene with one hydrogen less. Okay, fine. So it is known as aryl. Alright, so this Ar is nothing but this aryl. Okay, fine. So wherever this Ar is, so it means that I have C6H5 over here. I hope you all are understanding. Okay, fine. And this aryl part that is there, the benzene ring with one hydrogen less, your C6H5. Okay, this part, it is also known as phenyl. Alright, now this might be a little confusing because you know methane with one hydrogen less is methyl. So benzene with one hydrogen less should be benzyl, right? But benzyl is altogether a different thing. So this is like one important thing that you all should remember, that benzene, that is C6H5 with one hydrogen less benzene C6H6 with one hydrogen less C6H5 is nothing but phenyl. Okay, and this phenyl is nothing but it is also known as aryl. Okay, so this compound now you all can represent as ArOH. So that is what Ar indicates over here. Alright. Students, next we will be seeing the compound amines. Okay, so now even in amines we have primary amine, secondary amine and tertiary amine, just like how we had primary, secondary and tertiary amide. Okay, so please don't get confused between amide and amine. Okay, see, this is the formula for primary amine, RNH2. This NH2 group is amine. Okay, whereas if you all remember your primary amide, its formula is RC double bond O NH2. C double bond O NH2 is amide, whereas only NH2 is amine. Okay, so now similarly, what is secondary and tertiary amine? If you replace one hydrogen and put R, so this is secondary amine. If you replace the other hydrogen and put R, it is tertiary amine. Okay, fine. And students, lastly we have alkene, alkyne, alkane. Why I have written in this order, why I have constructed the entire table in a certain order, you all will come to know ahead. You all know what is alkene, what is alkyne. Alkane, it doesn't have any functional group as such. Okay, there is no functional group in alkane, but this is how it is represented and this has been already discussed. Okay, so these are the functional groups that we are going to study about. So we'll be seeing that in more detail in the next video. Thank you.